Hey Pokemon Masters, Birdkeeper Toby here, and are you a true Pokemon Master? I always call you Pokemon Masters, but maybe you're not. Maybe what even is a Pokemon Master? Is it someone who's good at battling? Someone who's collected lots of Pokemon? I mean, many people have completed the Pokedex, and many people have also got a living dex. A living dex, a Pokedex on Pokemon Bank, where between all their different copies of the games, they've managed to catch one of every single Pokemon, and they have it in containment. So that's a Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, the whole lot. Heck, I completed a living dex once. How can there be a challenge more hardcore than a living dex? One of every Pokemon. The Pokemon Master Dex Challenge. And I get asked a lot of questions about it. What is it? What are the points? How do we do it? Well, today I want to, if you haven't already started, challenge you and give you a year to complete this. I'm already doing it, and my goal is to complete the first segment by the end of the year. But there are a lot of different segments to this. Catching Pokemon, it's about catching Pokemon in the most hard way possible. There is a way of doing it in a vanilla mode, there is a way of doing it with getting all points, and then there's a super mega ultra, you'll never complete it. No Pokemon Master is going to complete this mode. Oh, also, by the way, I am over on Discord. Discord is an app that I use to communicate with all of you, and there's a whole chat there also about the Master Dex Challenge. So if you're getting stuck, or you need help, or you want to trade with other people, because trading is allowed for this, my Discord is honestly the best place to be in contact with people. I don't actually want to wear this hoodie, it's actually kind of hot. There we go, I had to just take off a layer. But yeah, over on Discord, that is the best place to communicate with me about this. And all the rules and everything is there. It's not only linked in the description as downloadable files in terms of images and documents, but also in terms of that stuff. But let's get on with it. What the heck is this challenge? So the first vanilla challenge, which is already harder than a living dex. It's quite simple. Get every Pokemon from their native region. So the first 151 Pokemon, well actually first 150 mythicals are exempt from this challenge. You can get them however you see fit. All of those first 150 Pokemon must come from Kanto, so that's either Virtual Console Red, Blue, Yellow or Green, or Fire Red and Leaf Green. Now you might say, well hang on, what about the Kanto that you can access in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, or in Gold and Silver and Crystal on the Virtual Console? Well, if you transfer those Pokemon up using Pokemon Bank, they'll still read from Johto. So they need to come from essentially a Kanto game. All of the Gen 2 Pokemon, they need to come from a Johto game, so that's Gold, Silver, Crystal on the Virtual Console, or Heart Gold, Soul Silver. All the Gen 3 Pokemon must come from a Holland game, so that's Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, or Ass. All the Gen 4 Pokemon must come from Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum. All the Gen 5 Pokemon from Black and White or Black and White 2. All the Generation 6 Pokemon from X or Y. And all the Generation 7 Pokemon must come from Sun or Moon or Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. That is the base vanilla challenge. You have a year. Go ahead. But wait! If you want extra points, brownie points for getting Pokemon in even harder ways, then stay tuned. And by the way, thank you so much to Special Squirrel and Mystical Man Joe, as well as all the other community members on the Discord who have helped me come up with these lists and all this information. In order to get all of the bonus points, you will need a Game Boy Advance, a DS or DS Lite, a Nintendo Wii, a GameCube to Game Boy Advance cable, a 3DS or 2DS, you'll need two of them, so two 2DSs or two 3DSs or one of each. Pokemon Yellow on 3DS on the Virtual Console, Pokemon Crystal on 3DS on the Virtual Console, Pokemon Gold or Silver on 3DS on the Virtual Console, Pokemon Colosseum, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, Pokemon Channel or the Pokemon Colosseum bonus disc, Pokemon Diamond, Pearl and Platinum, Pokemon Ruby or Sapphire, you don't need both, Pokemon Emerald, Pokemon Leaf Green or Fire Red, Pokemon Heart Gold or Soul Silver, Pokemon the Pokewalker, the Pokemon Dream Radar, Pokemon Black and White 2, Pokemon Battle Revolution, Pokemon X and Y, Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, Pokemon Sun or Moon, the Pokemon Sun or Moon demo, the Pokemon Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire demo, and Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. That is a lot of equipment you'll need just to complete this challenge. However, if you have access to it or the ability to trade with someone else who has this stuff, then let's get to it. So, let's say you've got everything from stage 1, all of the various Pokemon from all the different regions. Well, you get 250 extra points, bonus points, if the first 2 regions worth of Pokemon all come from their relevant Virtual Console. So if all the Kanto Pokemon come from Virtual Console Red, Blue and Yellow, and all of the Johto Pokemon come from Virtual Console Gold, Silver or Crystal. And you can tell because when you send them to Pokemon Bank, there's a little Game Boy logo next to them. So if all of those Pokemon come from those regions, all of them, then you get a bonus 250 points. So that basically just means don't use Leaf Green, Fire Red or Heart Gold or Silver for them. Add 50 points if all of those Pokemon that would have previously evolved from Generation 1 or 2 Pokemon, so I'm talking your Miss Magiuses, Honchkrows, all of the later evolutions. If all of those Pokemon came from Virtual Console, and preferably the Virtual Console version from which their original form came from. So let's say we're talking about Honchkrow. That evolves from Murkrow, so if the Honchkrow came from Virtual Console Gold, Silver or Crystal, then you get extra points for that. It's plus 50 points if you have all of the ones listed. They're listed below. And the way you would do that is you would catch an additional Murkrow in Generation 2, trade it up into Pokemon Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon, for example, and then you'd evolve it there. Oh, and by the way, as part of that, you also need to have all the original unknown forms from Generation 2 Virtual Console, and Alolan Exeggutor, Marowak, and Raichu from Virtual Console. Okay, plus 5 points if instead of the Gyarados listed in the Vanilla Challenge, you have the red Gyarados from Virtual Console Gold, Silver, or Crystal. Now, add 1 bonus point if either your Steelix or Glalie came from the Oras demo. However, if you have both, then you can add an extra 9 points, so it's 10 points for both. And the reason it's actually quite hard to get both is because one of them is Japanese exclusive. You'll need to have a Japanese 3DS to get it, or trade with someone else who has it. Add 5 points if any Pokemon that evolves from a Generation 3 Pokemon, so we're talking about Gallade, Probopass, and Frostlass here, if those Pokemon come from a Hoenn game, so Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Omega Ruby, or Alpha Sapphire. Plus 5 points if your Jirachi is from Pokemon Channel or the Pokemon Colosseum bonus disc, depending on what region you're in. One of them is easier to get than the other. And plus 5 points if Greninja is the Ash Greninja from the Sun and Moon demo. Plus 10 points if your Pikachu, Electivire, and Magmortar have come from Pokemon Battle Revolution. This means completing the whole game and entering 2 secret codes. And these ones override the ones that you needed from Virtual Console, so don't go out of your way to get those if you're going to get these. Same for the plus 10 points you'll get if your Lugia and Dragonite come from Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, which is the hardest 2 Pokemon to get from there. Plus 10 points if your Haxorus is the shiny Haxorus from the Unova Nature Reserve, which you get at the end of Pokemon Black and White 2. Plus 10 points if your unknown exclamation mark and question mark are from Pokemon Fire Red or Leaf Green, which is their first appearance. That also means, again, you have to play to the end of the game. Basically, this challenge encourages you to play every Pokemon game. Now, plus 10 points if your Jigglypuff and Clefairy are from the Night Times Edge course on the Pokewalker. The Pokewalker is the attachment that comes with Heart Gold Soul Silver, and the only way to access the Night's Time Edge is to have a Jirachi in Pokemon Heart Gold Soul Silver. And the only way to get that is to get your Jirachi from your Pokemon Colosseum bonus disc or Pokemon Channel, trade it up to Heart Gold Soul Silver, put it on the Pokewalker, and then go get Clefairy and Jigglypuff. Now, add 10 points if your Dialga, Palkia, Giratina, Thundurus, Landorus, and Tornadus are all from the Dream Radar game. That's a 3DS download app game that you have to get. Plus 10 points if your Celebi is from the Virtual Console copy of Pokemon Crystal, newly released. Plus 10 points if your Feebas is from original Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. They were so much harder to catch then. And add 20 points if your Ho-Oh and Togetic are from Pokemon Colosseum. Again, the hardest 2 Pokemon to catch in that game. Whew, now those are the specific ones. And by the way, you can join me whenever I stream live on Twitch at 7 PM on weekdays. That's actually usually me aiming to complete this Master Dex, and there are a lot of Pokemon to get, but there's more. You also get an additional point for every single additional form of any Pokemon that has a form variant that's if it hasn't already been specified. So for example, let's say you caught your Rotom in Sinnoh. You only get 1 Rotom per Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum, and so that's kind of annoying to get hold of. And that's part of your Master Dex. You also then need a Rotom plus another Rotom for each of the different forms, so 1 for the base form and 1 for the other forms. If you have those as well, you get a point for each of them. Oh, and they must also come from their native region. So that would potentially mean playing Diamond, Pearl, Platinum a bunch of times, or, be smart. If you know you're going to do this, get ready to breed them. Or trade with a lot of friends, which is what I've been doing. And for that, we're talking for every Pokemon form. So there's a more specific link below, but we're talking about Deoxys, which you can get in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Oh, by the way, your Deoxys is not exempt from the mythical Pokemon list. Deoxys, Jirachi, and Celebi are all obtainable in games now, so they are no longer exempt. You have to get those from their native regions. But so for Deoxys, for example, you get 1 a game. Well, guess what? You're going to need to have the 1 for the Master Dex, plus the 4 for the 4 different forms. The only form that you don't have to get from its native region is Vivillon, because to get Vivillon forms all from Kalos now is ridiculously hard. You don't need to get event-exclusive forms, so all the different Ash Cat Pikachus that you could only get at one point, or the 2 event Vivillon forms, you don't need to get those. Don't worry about those. We're just talking about different Pokemon forms that you can currently get in-game. So yeah, we're talking about the Ash Hat Pikachu from the cinema, because you could download that using QR code. You're looking at the 3 Lycanroc forms and all the different Minior forms. They have to come from Alola. The Zygarde forms. You have to get 1 from Kalos, and then the one that you can only get in Alola, because you couldn't get 10% form in Kalos. You've got to get that one in Alola. Get it from their first appearance place, essentially. So, wow. Yeah, a lot to do there. You get 1 point for each of them, and you get an additional point for each variant gender Pokemon. So you've got Venusaur in your Master Dex, for example, as part of the Pokedex. Well, Venusaur also has gender differences, so if you've then also got an individual male and female, that's 1 point for each. I think there's about 100 different gender variants, so that's a total of 200 points because you need 1 of each. That's on top of the living Dex, and again, you need to get them from their native regions. Whew! That is a big challenge. And it sounds like a lot, it sounds ridiculous. It is the most complete Pokedex that you can possibly have in terms of forms and variants. And that is just the year 1 challenge. You have a year to complete that challenge from today. Join me on Twitch when I'm doing it. If you want to find out more about it, you can check it out on the Discord. But there's actually up to the 5-year challenge. I'm not going to go super into it, but essentially there's some really obscure Pokemon that if you can get hold of. Like, I went around my friend Sarah B. Joe Merrick's house and got hold of the e-reader that he has. That gave me access to Latios and Latias from the Southern Island in the original Ruby and Sapphire. They are worth stars. Stars are a thing later on down the line, like the Pokemon Ranger Manaphy, that's worth a star. If you get a Winup from Mirage Island, that's a different kind of star. If you get the Pichu from My Pokemon Box Ruby and Sapphire, that's a different kind of star. And it goes right up from the 1-year challenge to the 5-year challenge to the lifetime challenge, which is like get everything as a shiny Pokemon, including the Pokemon Ranger Man. It's a whole mess. No, you do not need to get every Spinder form. That's a little unfair, but in the lifetime challenge, getting 2 matching Spinders is up there. So yeah, those challenges are really hardcore. Everything you need to know is linked in the description. There's a graphic, there's a spreadsheet where you can tick off what you've got. If you want to see where I'm at, I've done my own version where you can see how far my progress is. And of course, you can join me with my progress on Twitch, 7 o'clock UK time on weekdays. So yeah, I hope some of you will finally feel filled in on what the Master Dex challenge is. I know it's hardcore. And with that said, I hope you will take on the challenge. And in a year, when I refer to you as Hey Pokemon Masters, you'll really begin to feel it. So hi, Pokemon Masters. Thank you so much to those of you who are supporting me on Patreon. Because of you, we are now up to double uploads every single week. And of course, you can check the links in the description to come hang out in the Birdkeeper Toby Discord.